Dwight Eisenhower will be remembered as the USA's 34th president. He was also a great military leader. Dwight Eisenhower, originally David Dwight Eisenhower, was born October 14, 1890 in Denton, Texas. He is the third son of David and Ida Eisenhower. He had 7 other siblings. Dwight Eisenhower spent most of his childhood in Abilene, Kansas. His father worked at a local creamery. David and Ida taught Dwight and his siblings self-discipline and self-control at a very young age. David and Ida were Protestant, and they taught their kids what they knew. When Dwight was a kid, he enjoyed playing sports and fighting. He thought sports were more important than his education. When Dwight graduated from high school, he worked with his dad at the local creamery. He wanted to go to college, but he couldn't afford it. He learned that he could go to college free if he went to a military school. He went to West Point Military Academy, Command and General Staff College, Army War College, and Army Industrial College. At West Point, Dwight became a football player. When he blew out his knee, he became a cheerleader. Dwight married Mamie Dodd in 1916 and had 2 children. David Dodd, their first son, died of scarlet fever. John lived. Dwight had a bad heart. On March 28, 1969, he died of congestive heart failure after many, many heart attacks. Dwight was in charge of the War Plans Division of the War Department in Washington, D.C. during World War II. He was in charge of all forces stationed in Great Britain during World War II. He was also in charge of joint operations with Great Britain and America when they were invading North Africa. He retook land in North Africa. He successfully led troops into Sicily and also successfully invaded it. He got many promotions. He became a 4-star general and was Supreme Commander of Operation Overlord. He was a 5-star general and was also a strategic planner of D-Day and the Battle of Bulge. One decision he made that most people did not agree with was when he declined to take Berlin, Germany as their own after World War II. Dwight was America's 34th president. He served 2 terms before retiring. While president, he ended the Korean War, first involved the U.S. in the Vietnam War, established NASA, and was the first president to hire African Americans in his administration. He wrote 4 books before and after his 2 terms as president. His first book was called Crusade in Europe. It was about his experience in World War II. His next 3 books were after his 2 terms as president. They were called Mandate for Change, 1963, Waging Peace, The White House Years, 1964, and At Ease, Stories I Tell My Friends, 1967. Dwight took responsibility for his actions. He took responsibility for everything he did, if it was good or bad, one man said, and he really did. He declined to take Berlin after World War II. He was also the first to involve the U.S. in the Vietnam War. America had its consequences for some of his decisions, and he took responsibility. Dwight went to many colleges. They were military schools. He wanted to go to a regular school, but he could not afford it. He found that you could go to college free, but it was a military school. At least he wanted to go to school, even if it was against his religion. Dwight's parents taught their kids self-discipline and self-control at a young age. He was a military leader for many years. He was a 4- and 5-star general and supervised and planned many attacks against the Nazis. He did many things for the justice of America. Dwight was the first president to hire African Americans in his administration, and this was during the time when blacks were segregated. He was an instructor at a boot camp with new troops. He worked well with others.